Good morning, friends. In this video, we are going to discuss about engineering as social experimentation under the subject professional ethics. Very important subject kept for all the engineering professionals, medical professionals, and other professionals. Since in the era of computers occupying many minds and era of stress, we need to follow some basic ethics and some professional society norms and regulations, code of ethics, all those things have become mandatory for all engineers. So that's why the subject is kept for engineering graduates. Here in this video, we are going to shortly discuss about engineering as experimentation, engineers as responsible. So in day-to-day life, we are coming across many new products, many new projects, many new initiatives, government initiatives or private initiatives. In medical field also there are many innovative novel ideas are coming up. All those things are directly or indirectly impact on the human life. So we have to be very responsible, and before releasing any product we have to do multiple times of experiments, and we have to ensure that the safety of the product, safety of the process, so that the customers or consumers will buy our product and use it for their benefit as well as for the benefit of organization. So in this video we will discuss engineer as experimenter. Why it is called as experimenter means before releasing the new product we have to go through various steps involved from the design, fabrication, manufacturing, marketing, and doing the testing of the product and giving the product to some set of customers to check their viability, user friendliness, all those things we have to check before releasing the product. That's why it is called as experimenter. Whether it is a product or it is a process, we have to go by stage. We have to design and develop. All the process or products are based on the design and the development. At first time we have to design, experiment, and we have to make the proof of concept, and we have to go for the prototype. Then finally we have to go for the product. There are various steps involved in bringing out the new product or new process. Some uncertainties may be there. The models used for design calculations, performance characteristics of the materials, inconsistencies in the materials purchased, nature of the pressure the finished product will encounter. All those uncertainties will be there. We have to overcome those uncertainties. For example, the material what we are choosing should be able to withstand the load, the temperature, the pressure. For example, we are making the pressure cooker, rice cooker. In almost all the household, we have 50 crore houses in our country. So we are going to sell the new product. We are going to make changes in the pressure cooker vessel. So we have to ensure that the vessel will withstand high temperature and high pressure. Pressure is very important. So we have to choose the material in such a way that the pressure will be withstood by the new material. We should not compromise the material quality, characteristics, performance, and stability for the sake of cost or for the sake of weight. The weight will be the considerable point will be there, but we should not compromise on the pressure and temperature or quality or functioning or characteristics of the product. That's why they are saying that some uncertainties will be there in the material form or the nature of the pressure, the what we are going to exert, all those things we have to consider. So after choosing the material we have to go for the design. It is applicable for all, whether it is computer science engineers or electronics engineers or mechanical engineers or civil engineers. Civil engineers also they have to take care of the bridge. If they are constructing the bridge, they have to calculate the load. They have to calculate the material what they are using, how much percentage of cement they are using. Electronics, which is circuit board means how what is the material they are using. In the computer science, what type of hardware, how much persons can use at a time. The app they are developing by the computer science engineers, they have to ensure that it can be operated simultaneously across the country. There should not be any hacking. There should not be any disturbance while using the new product, software product, new app. You have to doubly ensure that it do not harm the consumers. While developing the software products, we have to ensure that it should not be misused by the adult less than 18 years old. We have to give the instructions. It should be applicable only above the 18 years old. Like that, we have to consider many things. That's why it is called as engineers or experimenters. Engineering process, and why it is experimentation means many of the products are being developed in the laboratories. There we are doing the pilot study, load tests, and other types of tests we are carrying out, and finally we are giving clearance for next stage of the product development. They are also called as responsible experimenters. Engineers are called responsible experimenters means they have to have the consistency in commitment, consciousness while developing the product, comprehensive perspective on the information they are releasing, and all the products, whatever the steps they are involved, it should be accountable for the end result. So accountability is very important for engineers. They have to take the responsibility for the product failure also. Even if it gets failed, the engineers are bound to have the responsibility. That is why it is called as accountability. Experimentation, without doing the experimentation, no product, no process will be released to the people. So in the experimentation itself, we are doing many types of studies. So engineers' chief responsibility is to develop new products and a process whose impact on the society and the public is unknown. It is like conducting experiments on the society and the public. So keeping that in mind, we are making the product for the society. So we have to consider we are directly dealing with the people. So these are the stages of process development. First we are designing, fabrication, assembly, simulation we have to do, physical test we have to conduct. As I mentioned earlier, prototype, proof of concept, everything should be designed. Then only we can go for the final study and we can start manufacturing. And we have to go for the field survey. We have to give the product to a few customers and we have to get the feedback, and those feedbacks should be incorporated in the design, and finally we have to complete the product. So these are the steps involved in making the product. And if you are going to make a new project, another important criteria is informed consent. That is, we have to inform the public that we are going to release the product. The pros and cons of the product, pros and cons of the project should be informed to the people, and we have to get consent from the people so that they will be aware of the new product or new process or new project. They will equip, they will set their mind for the new thing. That's called informed consent. As I have mentioned in the earlier slides, they are the responsible and accountability is there, and there should be technically competency. So the competitor will not find any fault in the design or in the material or in the functioning of the product. That is called uh, competency of the engineers are well ensured. So these are the things about engineers, and at the same time we are supposed to learn from the past also. Whatever the mistakes we have committed in the earlier projects, that have to be learned, and those mistakes should not be repeated. So these are the things we have to keep in mind before developing the product or process or project. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.